some
Yeah.
pretty aggressive units.
Yeah, some aggressive units. Some notable units. It's got the Outer Rim Outlaws in here, which is really nice. The 3/3 shielded came in really big in the quarterfinal match against Han. So game 2 looks like Mikael with the initiative. He is going to start with L337.
All right. The other thing that could matter a lot in this match is card draw. If Fenix can get to his things like Red Squadron X-Wing, I think, is the one that lets you draw a card. Yoda, C-3PO, these are going to be the important cards.
Absolutely. Fenix is going to want to mitigate the card. He's already down with Colossus, and you know there will be some hand destruction coming soon. So any card draw that Fenix can find will be very important here. And on this turn, L337 getting in for 2 right away, and Fenix will call that 2 damage and restore 1 with Restored Arc 170.
The Arc is definitely a good thing to have here, just for restore purposes.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we've got the first space unit coming out for Mikael, and then Red 5 following up the Green Squadron A-Wing.
If you're Mikael, do you use your target time here? I think he might. Looks like he doesn't,
It looks like he
actually.
just claims. Yeah, just claims the initiative, opting to pass on Tarkin Town here. Now, I do want to shout out Mikael from Team Secret. Of course, the only undefeated player right now in the field, the only undefeated player going into the top 8, but he had a huge run at the Philly PQ, winning out until he got to the finals. I mean, he's just been on a tear lately. Mikael has absolutely been killing it. And just on another big run today, looking to close the deal here and get to the finals in game 2. See what Fenix can do.
So Mikael's got a couple options here. I mean, he's probably got a couple 4-drops in hand, but he also has the ability to sneakily kill this Restored Arc without having to use his target town. And if he does that, he allows Red 5 to kill it for free, but that's probably not that big of a deal because you weren't like 1 damage to the Red 3 or Red 5. Sorry, it doesn't matter all that much in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, good point for sure. Green Squadron A-Wing going to take out the Restored Arc.
Yep.
So, and here comes the Red 5, 3 to base on attack ability, dealing 2 damage to the damaged Green Squadron A-Wing, taking out the A-Wing just like you mentioned, RT. And here comes the hand hate. Spark of Rebellion early. We see open fire, Jedi Lightsaber, and Sabine.
This is interesting. Jedi Lightsaber, I mean, it doesn't have a target right now, but if it gets one, like, it could be a force for sure.
That's great. Yep.
Open fire is just generically good. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be the open fire.
So open fire discarded. Sabine coming out. And it's Sabine versus Sabine here.
Yeah.
But that was a big play though. So Sabine for Fenix comes out, and then Sabine for Mikael coming in. Quinlan ability pinging Sabine, and then L337 with the shield taking out Fenix's Sabine, and L3 still on the board.
Mikael's done a great job of clearing this board without using his targeting time. So it's still alive if he wants to do anything with it.
Yeah, as we get into the late game, that could be important against some of the bigger units. We see Fenix playing C3PO. And I did miss it, RT. Did you see, did he hit off the C3PO?
He did. He picked up a Cassian.
Okay. Nice. All right. So getting that extra card, very important. Quinlan deployed. Outer Rim Outlaws coming out for Fenix.
If any of you are unfamiliar with Aerobrick Gaming, which is the mat Fenix is displaying, they were one of the top teams in Destiny back in the day. And they took down a couple of events, and Fenix was one of the players on that team.
That's awesome. So back here in Star Wars Unlimited, great run for Fenix and this team. Red 5 getting in for 3.
Yeah, Phoenix is actually starting to put the pressure on Michael's base, and he's only taken 1 himself. And that could be important as the game goes on.
And that force throw taking out the Cassian. Cassian was discarded, so that's where you see the 3 damage onto Red 5. With Quinlan out on the board for Mikael, controlling the force unit. The force throw dealing damage equal to the cost of the card discarded.
Force throw is certainly one of the more powerful cards in this game.
Absolutely. And it's
Probably
only going to get
been-
better, right? With the next set
Oh yeah,
and all the force stuff. So Sabine attacking into C3PO, trading some damage here. 3 onto C3PO, 1 back onto Sabine.
and now if Michael has any unit in hand, he can kill that 3PO.
That's absolutely right. Oh, and look at this. Tarkentown used here, defeating Red 5.
Finally getting used there makes a lot of sense.
And here comes, is it the Gorilla Soldier?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Believe so.
So he's gonna Quinlan ping the shield on the outer rim. And it looks like Phoenix is just saying, come to my base.
Yeah, all 3 indirect damage going to base there, so the soldier's ready. Quinlan taking out the Outer Rim Outlaws. C3PO defeated by L337, and then 2 extra damage to Colossus with Gorilla Soldiers. And this is quite a threatening ground arena. Mikael has cleaned up the board on Phoenix's side, and he is holding on to major board presence.
All right. We are at 6 resources, which means Phoenix can flip his Anakin. If he wants. I'm looking at his deck list and seeing what else he might have.
Yeah, Phoenix is going to need Anakin to really put in some work. Playing the Red Squadron X-Wing, getting a card here.
Okay, yeah. Pick up another card. But it's real difficult to stabilize against a Quinlan board like this without Barrage.
Yeah, it's tough, right? I mean, this Anakin Colossus deck doesn't have any type of effects that can remove multiple units at once, like a Barrage or a Super Laser Blast, things like that.
Yeah.
And he's also not running Bombing Run, right? That would potentially be an option to clean up the ground arena, but that is not in Phoenix's deck.
Yeah.
So Mikael will start with the assault of his ground arena. 3 damage from Quinlan. Restored Art coming out.
Phoenix is just playing things in space.
That is one thing right now that Mikael isn't contesting.
Yeah.
But Mikael still has all of his resources to play with here.
Mikael also has to be careful about making the Anakin too big. Because right now Anakin is flipping and he's only a 5. But if one more damage, even just one more damage comes into the base, he'll be swinging for 6.
That is a good point.
If all these units hit, that's going to be, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? He'll be swinging for 7, 8, right?
Yeah.
+4.
Great point. And now that we have Cassian smuggled into play, just one resource left open for Mikael, so we know that Anakin's not going to be hit
Anakin
or
just
damaged by something like
damage.
a Plo Koon. Just putting the damage on his base.
You can do that. That's allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, using the action ability, going up to 11. L3 sends Colossus up to 13 damage on. Phoenix
So
wanting the
Anakin
additional power.
Flipping, he's going to be hitting for 6.
And Mikael's going to put some damage on Anakin right away. Sabine attacking Anakin, all 3 damage, the 2 power, and on attack going to Anakin. And now Anakin 6 damage to Tarkentown. And, with Tarkentown only having 25 HP, Mikael certainly has to be careful here. Oh, here comes another force throw, discarding Ahsoka from Mikael's hand. He force throws himself, defeating Anakin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing to see someone force throw themselves because they are giving up 2 cards for 1. But, I mean, if it gets rid of an Anakin, it's a powerful play.
And force throwing himself was the only option there, I believe. I don't think that Fenix had any cards left in hand.
Oh, you might be right.
I don't think he did. Maybe he had 1. So starting out, Fenix has the initiative. We're going to go 3 to base with Red Squadron X-Wing. So bringing the damage total up to, I believe, 17.
Yeah, it should be 17.
L3 getting in 20 damage on Colossus. So we have 8 HP remaining on Mikael's base. 15 remaining on Fenix's base with that 35 HP Colossus.
Fenix is... he's close to establishing a 1-turn clock here. If he can play any other unit out, he's got the 1-turn clock.
Yeah, the Space Arena doing some work here. And Tech is going to be smuggled into play.
Into the Space Arena.
Quinlan ping, dealing the last damage needed to defeat the Red Squadron X-Wing. And another space unit. Is that another Red 5?
Yeah, it looks like Red 5.
Okay.
Now, losing the X-Wing there is pretty big because it definitely reduces the clock. Fenix still needs to get
Fenix,
1 more.
yeah, he's showing what, 5 damage.
Yep.
He's 6 damage shy right now. We're going to see Hotshot DL44 blasters smuggled into play on Quinlan. Quinlan is going to attack for 5. That should be 24 damage.
Yep.
On
and
Colossus.
Then he's gonna be able to get 5 more. So that's a 1-turn clock for Mikael for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Fenix
29.
probably took initiative. It doesn't look like he had any follow-up.
So here we go.
There.
This could be, very well will be, the last turn of this game 2. Can Fenix find a way to force game 3, or will Mikael remain undefeated here in Richmond and head to the finals?
Whoever does get there, I think definitely likes to see Sabine. Both these decks have pretty good matchups there.
I believe we've actually seen Mikael face a Sabine on stream this weekend. Maybe I was wrong. I know he's been on stream at least a couple times, but open fire for Fenix with the first action, taking out Quinlan.
All right.
Does Mikael have another pump here?
Fenix has a couple other plays here. The Restored Arc's going to get him 1 heal. The Red 5 can take out the L3 if it doesn't attack right away.
There it is. Surprise strike onto Cassian from the row with Tech in play. Big time stuff from Mikael. He's still undefeated. He's heading to the final.